Hi everybody, hope you're all doing great and I hope you enjoyed that bit of footage at the start with my newest dahlias that have all started blooming. If you're new to the channel, my name's Kristen and this is the Dahlia Society, where we talk about all things to do with creating your own wardrobe and sewing chit chat. I have had such a busy few weeks, I have forgotten to bring you my December make, so I thought I'd just condense December and January all into the one video. There's quite a lot of makes to get through here, but I know from past episodes you've always enjoyed me talking about my makes, what I would make again, and hopefully maybe if you've gone ahead and made a few of these, you've really loved them as well. So let's refresh your memory. We're going to go through all of the December and January makes, so stay with me. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you don't want to miss out on any episodes, hit that little notification bell as well, and you will always be VIP to look at my newest and latest releases. Let's talk about December. Now, I have got quite a lot of makes to get through here. Normally, I don't make that many items of clothing. I had a lot of episodes for inspiration for things like Christmas sewing and special occasion wear, and yeah, I decided to get through a lot of new garments, a lot of new patterns that month, and then slow down a little bit in January. But yeah, I hope you enjoy what I've got to show you. Best make of the month in December was this gorgeous Lady McElroy fabric from My Design here. The pattern is the Sew to Grow Sydney shirt dress, and I actually made it into a shirt itself. I made the dress the month before that, loved it so much I decided I needed to make the shirt. It's a beautiful crop shirt with the side split, and I actually decided to leave out the front seam and just fold it over and make it all in one piece because I love the print and wanted to showcase that fabric. So I've worn that quite a bit. It's a beautiful cotton lawn fabric and I love that kind of camp style collar. It's a really easy one to make too. So that is my first make for December. The next make is this gorgeous Eva dress from Sewciety Fabrics. I absolutely loved this pattern. The fabric itself was from Spotlight. It's a cotton linen blend. Really fun graphic print. I had a little bit of a mishap with the bottom layer. You'll notice with this particular pattern, it's actually made up of quite a few pieces blocked together, and it's like a tulip shape. The bottom piece, I actually had the print the wrong way around. I think I could get away with it because of the actual nature of the print. It's not all directional, so it's actually quite easy to get away with. But I really love the Eva dress. I love the firm style bodice around the top. It's nice and fitted, and then you've got all that ease through the skirt, the beautiful pockets, and the seam work. So I would really love to make a sleeveless version in this because I love that style. I just think it's quite unique, and I know that Jen from Jen's Sewing Room went on and made 2 of these as well and love the style. I think next time I will probably go for the extra large for the bodice. I went for a large in this one. It was just fit me okay across the bust, but I probably would size up a bit because you've got a lot of ease through the skirt, so it's not really affecting the style there. So definitely one I would love to make again. I love the actual fit of it on, the lovely cool fabric, and you've worn that lots too. The next was my collab with Jen. Of course, the Eva dress was part of that. And she chose for me a simplicity pattern. I will pop a picture of that above. It was a pattern that one of my wonderful viewers had actually just previously purchased for me to sew because she loved the pattern herself and wanted to see it made up. And it was one of those patterns where I wasn't quite sure of how it would look, but I was absolutely thrilled once I got it sewn up. I made it in a double gauze from Fabric Deluxe, beautiful green color here. And it's got that seam work through the front, the V at the front there, and the lovely tapered sort of almost handkerchief style skirt with the shaping on the sides. And I went for a sleeve in that version. And then I went ahead and made from Spotlight this bubble crepe fabric. And it almost looked like stained glass. I thought for Christmas it really fitted quite nicely. The whole Christmassy theme we were going for there. It's got the facings, which I decided to stitch down. Got really interesting pocket detail on the front as well, and that gorgeous style skirt. So really happy with that simplicity pattern, and definitely can see why Jen has gone ahead to make so many of them too. A lot of these were actually shown in my roundup of 2020 patterns that I love the most. So if you've seen them before, that's why. But I haven't included every single pattern from December in that roundup. So there's probably quite a few things that you wouldn't have seen yet in this roundup. My next favorite make was the Hope dress from Style Arc. a beautiful raglan sleeve design pattern there with a lovely billowy sleeve. The cotton silk voile was from the fabric store online. Loved it for Christmas. I wore that out a couple of times over December as well. It needs a slip underneath. It's quite sheer and see-through, but the Hope dress, I have seen Lara Thornberry, if you know, she's a wonderful Australian blogger as well. She's done a couple of these and loved the pattern too. So I can see why she's gone ahead to make more than one of these. It's a really simple style, but lovely for showcasing a beautiful print, and that nice billowy shape as well is fantastic to wear. This was my Christmas Day dress I wore. It's a Sewciety tea house dress. It was from Minerva Fabrics. They kindly sent me that fabric, and it's got beautiful waist ties and lovely slat style, angled style pockets. A really, really pretty dress to wrap around and showcase the belt as well. One of my friends wants me to make her one of these. She's picking out some fabric and absolutely loved the style when she saw it. So I can see why. It's been around for quite a few years, and it's very, very popular style from Sewciety. I can see why, because it's just so lovely to wear and such a flattering shape. It's got the beautiful kimono shaped sleeves as well. So that is a perfect kind of spring summer dress if you're heading into spring in the next couple of months and you're wanting to know a dress with a sleeve that I've enjoyed wearing. This would be on the top of my list. You can make it in a heavier kind of weight or medium weight fabric. I think it could look beautiful in like a denim or chambray as well. Cotton linens and rayons, viscoses, and that's a cotton lawn. So yeah, a lovely pattern, that one. This made it to one of my most favorite makes of the year. This is the gorgeous hack that I did from a Pattern Emporium pattern, the Hello Gorgeous top, which is what I've got on here as well. The Hello Gorgeous top morphed with the Wanderlust dress. I decided to do a bit of a mashup there, and really, really happy with how it's come up. The sleeve you'll see is a little bit longer than the one I've got on here. The Hello Gorgeous top does have different length sleeves, and that lovely sort of rounded square neckline. And that was another Minerva fabric as well. So that, you all loved this dress, and a lot of you had gone on to do the hack as well and really enjoyed how it had come up. This fabric is almost like a swimwear fabric, and it just goes to show you that kind of spandex fabric in swimwear with a lot of drape in it can really lend itself nicely to a dress pattern as well. So very, very happy with the Pattern Emporium mashup. The Hello Gorgeous, I did an episode on tops to make for that special season time of year if you're wanting to, a lot of you are home wanting to have just a nice top to wear that Christmas New Year period. It can be done in a cotton spandex like the one I've got on here in the short puff sleeve. This is a gorgeous cotton spandex print from Spotlight in like a leopard floral print. Really, really love this top. I've worn it heaps already. And I made a couple of special occasion ones as well with the velvet, stretch velvet fabric, or velveteen I think it's called a lot of places. It's got a lot of spandex in it for the stretch as well. This is the third one I made in a beautiful stretch velveteen again. The scoop neck, the squared scoop neck. And the sleeve, I decided to put a feature with some beautiful lace. Now this lace is not really stretch lace, so it just goes to show you can put a non-stretch fabric on the sleeve as long as you have the stretch band, because you've got quite a lot of ease there in the sleeve being that puff. And it could easily be done in something like a beautiful chiffon or maybe a stretch mesh as well. So when you find those special little fabrics to showcase, the sleeve is the perfect way to do it. But I'm really happy with the black, being a black velveteen, beautiful for a special occasion if you really want to dress up, just with a pair of jeans as well. Next was the Yours Truly. I made two tanks, one in a plain black and one in a graphic print as well. And this is a perfect little Pattern Emporium pattern. It's also great length into a dress or a nightie you could make it into. But the actual top itself, having that beautiful little friller on the bottom, it makes it just sit so simply and drapey over a lovely pair of palazzo pants. I also made the wide leg stretch crepe palazzo pants. So having that base is really fantastic to have things like a nice print kimono over. So I definitely highly recommend the palazzo pants in the stretch crepe, and the Yours Truly, another fantastic little pattern from Pattern Emporium. Last thing to show you here for December, this is made very early in the month of December, the Pattern Emporium Besties Tee. Now this range of tees is so extensive as far as necklines. You can do the V, the scooped, high scooped, the square, the crew neck. You can do it in little cap sleeves. You can do it in flutter sleeves. You can do it in a long sleeve. You could really mash it with quite a lot of Pattern Emporium pattern sleeves. And there is a mashable list that they have also put out that you can see what patterns sleeves match which other patterns that they have in their range. So this one in particular was the flutter sleeve. I made it to a tunic length. The Lady McElroy stretch crepe is absolutely beautiful. This parasol fabric. I love wearing this over a pair of little legginy style or cigarette style pants. That is a favourite of mine. I've worn that lots already. I also made the basic style besties tee in a dupe design organic jersey print, which I love to wear. That's actually in the wash. I wore it yesterday, so I haven't got it here to show you, but I'll put some pics up of that one. I've made both of these in squared necks. One's a higher and one's a lower squared. This one is in a lovely cotton jersey as well. And this green is in a cotton spandex jersey from Spotlight. But that one's in a crop. You can do 2 different crop lengths, and the fuchsia one I've made in a longer, like A-line kind of shape. Necks and the sleeves can be interchanged. You can really make quite a big range of different style t-shirts till you find your perfect one. Now moving on to January, I had a little bit slowed down at the start of the month. I needed a few sleeveless dresses to take away. Some comfortable, easy wear things, and I decided to make the Pattern Union Semeco dress. Now this is a brilliant easy make dress with the seam up the back. You cut the whole front piece, sort of front and back piece, all out in one piece together. Your armholes and everything are cut out in one piece. And then you just stitch up your shoulder seams and voila, the dress is made. Very, very simple, easy make dress. This is a ITY fabric from Remnant Warehouse in Sydney in the stripe, and tried to match up the stripes as best as I could at the back there, but really happy with how that came up. Decided to go and make another one because it just sewed up like a dream really quickly, and that was in a Liberty jersey, cotton jersey from Tazui Fabrics. So they were very, very well worn, easy dresses that are great for a really hot day. Then I went on to the Pattern Emporium Follow Me wrap dress. It's got that beautiful little faux wrap at the front, that lovely flirty style hem on the bottom. Kind of remind me of like a little flamenco style fun dress to wear. Beautiful little length just below the knee. I made the longer version, so just below the knee. But the belt as well I added on there, and I just think it's a really comfortable little tank style dress if you're wanting something a bit different with that sort of faux wrap at the front. It's really fun, and yeah, loved wearing that. That's another favourite dress of mine. I'll be making another one of those for next summer, I'm sure. Next, we've got some tops. We've got the Ashton top from Helen's Closet with the tulip sleeve hack. That is in a beautiful cotton lawn from my design. I absolutely loved wearing that. And if you haven't got the add-on hack and you've got the Ashton top, seriously think about getting it, because it really adds a lot to your pattern collection there, with having 4 different sleeves, patch pockets on the front as well. I think really makes the most of that pattern. That beautiful deep-faced hem. I think the cotton lawn lends itself really nicely to that pattern too. So I'm really wanting to make the flutter sleeve and the longer sleeve version as well. I think is a great little basic style top to have in the wardrobe. Next was the Sagebrush blouse from Friday Pattern Company. That beautiful little frill across the front and the puff sleeve. What's not to love about these kind of puff sleeves all coming back? I'm really loving the viscose Shelley lawn fabric. It's really soft and lends itself really nicely to the pattern. Gives it that nice sort of drapey effect to those voluminous sleeves. If you're not a fan of the big puffy, sticky uppy style sleeves, definitely go for a drapier style viscose or the Shelley lawn fabric. I think it's really, really nice and soft and drapey and lovely to wear. The Starstruck from Pattern Emporium was the self-tie at the front. That is a really fantastic little t-shirt style top. It'd be a bit more of the feature at the front. The tie really adds that little dressier dimension to the top. Also, if you're in a cooler climate and you're wanting to make it in a bishop style long sleeve, you can do that. You can also just do a normal straight sleeve. You can do it in sleeveless. So there's a lot of options there for that, and different necklines as well. So really interesting pattern the way it's sewn up with that tie at the front. That was Liberty jersey from the fabric store online as well. Really love the Liberty jerseys. The quality is amazing. If you haven't made anything before in a Liberty jersey, I think you'll be really thrilled with how it comes up. The next 2 things were dresses that I made towards the later part of the month. First was the Wildwood dress from Sew House 7 Patterns. This was a stunning dress. It's a lot of work in the dress. There's quite a lot of details with that wrap front. It's a true wrap dress with a kimono style sleeve. You can add the longer length sleeve on as well, or the longer length. I made the shorter length dress with a shorter sleeve in an iCat cotton from A&R Fabrics. Really loved how that came up. Give that beautiful summery vibe. It stayed together really nice, so I didn't have a problem with it sort of unraveling. It's quite secure with that beautiful wraparound obi style Japanese belt, and that belt, I must say, is a real winner. I would definitely love to make that belt in a lot of plain colors to wear with other dresses to mix and match as well. The pattern alone for the belt is fantastic. If you're not a fan of belts wrapping around, you can just leave it with the button closure at the front. But yeah, I really loved how that the wrap gives you a lot of coverage at the front. You're not going to have any problem with gaping because it's a shawl style wrap collar. But really, really great drafting on that pattern, and very, very flattering shape to wear as well. The last pattern I made for the month was the Peppermint Patterns wide strap maxi dress, which is a free pattern from Peppermint magazine, and that was designed by Lauren Boyle from LB Textiles. The fabric I absolutely loved. I wanted to showcase that fabric without having it split up too much, but you'll see there's a seam down the front, and that was done by pattern matching the fabric, the pattern piece mirrored on each side, so I wanted to make sure I lined it up perfectly through the middle. It's done with a lot of French seam work, which really adds that other dimension to the pattern as well, and the pockets are fantastic, nice flat pockets stitched around. So all the details, especially the side splits, really make for a gorgeous vintage inspired, I'd say it's 70s inspired, definitely. Absolutely love that dress and the fabric as well. Now I shortened the sleeves a little bit. The straps, I took about 5 centimeters off each one because I'm not very broad shouldered. I find that things slip off. One of my wonderful viewers commented that you can get things like body glue from Amazon. I think you just brush on your shoulders, and you'll find if you have problems like me with straps slipping, that the straps actually stick to your skin while you're wearing it and it just washes off. So that's a fantastic idea. If you've used that before, let me know. I think it's a wonderful idea for us people that have got slightly dropped shoulders. So yeah, fantastic dress. Definitely look at Peppermint's free patterns because they've always sewn up wonderfully for me. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed my roundup. It's quite a big one, and a lot of that was for you guys to inspire you. I know I don't normally make quite that much for my wardrobe. It's overflowing at the moment. But it really does give you that sense of satisfaction when you've seen what you've sewn up for the last couple of months and how much wear you've had out of certain things. And I've worn a lot of those things quite a few times. So I'm trying to make things that are more practical. I think making things that are slightly more casual or more practical, and you can give them the edge with maybe using a really nice fabric to bring out, to dress them up with as well. It lets you kind of invest in your wardrobe, making things that you know you'll get their wear out of as well. A huge thank you to all of the people that have donated to my KoFi account, which is an account for makers to help as far as bringing out more content more often. I really, really value and appreciate those wonderful donations. I can't thank you enough for that. So thank you for everyone that comments every week as well, because the comments help bring other people to the channel. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, happy sewing, and bye for now.